Good morning and welcome to Hen System's first webinar titled Geotagging, Viewing, and Converting. Thank you for joining us. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Ellen Skinner, Chief Marketing Officer at Hen Systems. And here with me are two technical experts, Manoj Williams, who is a senior GIS analyst, and Topher Peters, his formal name is Christopher, but we call him Topher, who is a senior engineer. We're going to, let me tell you how this is going to work. It's 30 minutes. We're going to briefly go over what Hen Systems offers in the way of geotagging, viewing, and converting your video. Before that, we'll tell you a little bit about how you can apply this solution to your particular area of expertise. Then we'll break it down and go into geotagging, equipment and software, the viewing software, converters software, and we want to put a plug-in for you to stay tuned in the next few weeks to learn of a brand new innovative viewing tool that we're really excited about. So with that, we'll get going. In this slide, we've broken it down as if you were, if you're a helicopter pilot, but it's very similar for other things as well. So the simplest way to geotag videos with our products is with a VMS and a video camera. And then with a DMRT, it's you use a still camera, a VMS, and a laser. And someone asked a question, sent us some questions earlier, and asked if you can capture the point where the photograph was taken as well as the point of the object or place. And the answer is yes with DMRT. Then another option is geotagging methane emissions, and that's more sophisticated, but the base of our system again is the VMS-333, which can multiplex multiple streams of data and geotag them. So for that you need VMS, a video camera. We use a Go Pro sometimes or Sony action camera. It also will collect data from a FLIR, a BOREAL laser, a feature trigger, AGL, anemometer readings, and advanced sensing capabilities. And as I said, it collects all the data to each point. So this looks like a scary slide, but we'll be breaking it down for you. And primarily, I wanted you to have the opportunity to be able to go back and see how everything works together after the webinar. So these are the ways to geotag video and photos with the MediaMapper Mobile, a VMS media geotagger. And I'm going to let, sorry, my, this got a little messed up. But I'm going to let Topher walk you through the different components and what they do. So we'll briefly move through that, starting with MediaMapper Mobile, which is an app for Android.
Right. Now, MediaMapper Mobile is just that. It's a mobile application utility for people that are on patrol by foot or in a vehicle. It's a simple $20 app that you can find on Google Play or the NGA store. There's a lot of functionality in it. We'll just be talking about mainly the top 10 or 15 features. You can geotag video. You can also do it with photos. It's got a simple map viewer, so you can review your data after you've collected it on the app itself. There's a track logger. You can produce KML tracks. You can create tours in Google Earth. There's also geotag form data that you can customize and build. You can geotag your audio notes. It has Bluetooth remote device connectivity for laser rangefinder, Bluetooth cam, which is for a Nikon, Go Pro, or the Sony Action Cam. You can display UTC time. It's got a sensor logger, so if your mobile device has a barometer built in or a thermometer, that'll be georeferenced as well. It has intervalometry capability and features of interest that can be uniquely named, customized. There's a HTTP web server mobile device broadcast interface.
Sounds like it has a lot of features.
Yeah, there's more. One of the most interesting, most recent features added is triangulation. And if you have a particular target that you want to locate on a map, all that's required is a minimum of 2 photos, and using that information and the image direction for each photo, you can actually figure out the location of the target, an estimation. So you don't need a laser rangefinder to use it. But yeah, that's basically the top 14 or 15. I forget how many I named off there, but there's still plenty of features that I haven't mentioned that are available in MediaMapper Mobile.
Okay, so we'll move on to, this is a slide that shows, one is a screenshot of the application in an Android, and the other is shows points of interest, which actually happens to be right here. But you can see UTC time, latitude, longitude, altitude heading. The next piece is a VMS, video mapping system, and this is a lot of the heart of what we do, and it's very reliable. Whoops. Very reliable, and we've had some in the field for like 15 years. So Topher, do you want to walk through that?
So the technique that's used by the VMS is data conversion. It will accept NMEA type data. So if you have a GPS receiver that outputs NMEA, the VMS will be able to translate that into an audio signal. And we are able to output an audio signal via 3.5 millimeter audio. And if your video camera has a microphone input that records stereo, you can just connect the VMS directly to the camera or recorder. And as the camera's recording, it's also recording that data as an audio signal. It sounds similar to a fax machine, if you've ever heard that. Now, once that video has been recorded, we have software that can actually decode that audio signal and turn it back into the original NMEA data. And it'll be georeferenced, and it'll also have a video timecode reference as well. Now, you can also connect other devices as well, such as the BOREAL gas finder. It has a feature trigger. You can also connect the laser rangefinder, so if you're recording video, you can use a laser rangefinder and paint targets with it, and that data will be stored on your video recording, and it could be reviewed later in products such as Visware. But really, if your sensor is outputting the MIA, VMS can work with it. If not, we can customize a build that will convert your sensor data into NMEA, so it would be compatible with the VMS.
There are 3 ways that we're going to discuss viewing geotagged videos. One is if you have the MediaMapper Mobile app, you can view what you collected on your phone. Another one is where, which shows you your breadcrumb trail or track log in addition to video on Google Earth. And we'll have a live demonstration in a minute on that. Then finally, if you're an Esri user, you can, with Jim Misby, you can convert your data and upload it to ArcGIS for desktop. Okay, so the first one we're looking at is MediaMapper Mobile, and these are 3. These were 3 images captured. The first one shows sequence photos, so it's set up to take photos at a different time, like every half second, minute, whatever you choose. This is an individual photo, and the one to the right is a video map view taken in July 2015. Okay, so this is a screen capture of Isware. You can see the track log in the middle of the image and the video to the left of it. And Isware allows you to view geotagged media and its locations in Google Earth. So all the data that you captured for each point was collected and is viewable on Isware. Now, Minaj is going to do a live demo. So it might take a second.
So here's our breadcrumb trail and our video. If you want to stop the video and see the metadata at that point, you can click on a point and we can get all that metadata, our Latin long, our altitude or speed, and we were taking a methane run on this data collect. So this is the metadata that you'll get.
Is this in Fort Collins?
This is in Loveland.
Oh, okay.
So we can scroll ahead as well if you want to play the video from a certain area.
And what kind of a camera was used to capture this?
This was a Go Pro, I believe. And we can actually center the map around the cursor so you don't have to pan around to try and find your cursor.
Are there any other features we should be aware of?
So if you need to take clips of the video, we have a little area where you can edit video and capture frames, either half second, quarter second, or whatever interval you need.
That's where you upload your video to that spot first.
We do. So we've just uploaded video, and if you wanted to capture frames, you could do that too. Get back to your...
There is, as you can see, a lot of information that we're covering, and don't be concerned because we have scheduled webinars every 2 weeks, and we'll address a particular topic at each webinar, and the schedule is available at the end. Okay, back to the presentation. Okay. Okay. To the last slide. I don't want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Keep going. Okay, so that was our live demo of ISWare. And next, I'm showing you, this is Geotagged. And it's a view, once you get to Esri ArcGIS for desktop, or PAR GV 3.0, if you're in the government or military, you can view the data from your Esri maps. So that's why I'm showing it here, but I'll have, Chris will talk about it a little, Chris and Minaj, in a slide further on. Okay, so there are ways, a couple different converter tools that we have. One is Media Geotagger, and as I mentioned, Geotagged. So take it away, Chris.
Now, Media Geotagger is a post-processing software application that can actually associate your video data or photos with a GPS track log. So really all you need is a camera and something like a Garmin GPS logger, and Media Geotagger can work with that. There is a bit of a learning curve. We have a tutorial video on how to use it, and it's fairly in-depth, I think about 10 minutes long. It's available on our YouTube channel, Hen Systems. It's also available on our website as well. I highly recommend watching it if you're interested in using or just trying out Media Geotagger. It also works with the Nikon exchange format, raw images that can be produced from a Nikon camera. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy to use. However, it's not embedding GPS data into the left audio channel like the VMS would. So there's a little bit of inaccuracy with that, but it just depends on your requirements on whether or not you need a VMS or if Media Geotagger will suit your needs.
So that's Media Geotagger, and Geotagged is our most recently developed tool, and I think we announced it last summer.
I think last summer. So if any of you have any commercial off-the-shelf cameras, such as a Go Pro or any Android device with like a cell phone or tablet that has media. And as long as you have a GPS file associated with it, we can take that and put it through Gensim-ISB and convert that to a KLV encoded MISB format, which is the Motion Industry Standards Board format. And from that, we can load that into FMV, full motion video, and ArcMap, and you'll be able to play your videos through there.
I should probably explain. The KLV format is a key length value. It's just another method for associating GPS data with the video. The arrangement that we have, again, we're embedding data into the left audio channel. Now, a KLV video would have that metadata stream as its own separate stream. It wouldn't be audio, it wouldn't be video, it would just be a data stream.
Thanks, Chris. So that concludes our overview, and I wanted to bring to your attention our webinar schedule, and we'll post this on our website, but if you attended the webinar, we'll send you a copy of this, the whole PowerPoint. So we'll start with the VMS 333 next time, which is in 2 weeks. It's always the second Tuesday of the month. Well, no, we're having them twice a month. So I guess follow the dates. Please mark your calendars. This is a page of resources and contact information. So if you want to go to our website and look at something in particular, the information is here. And you can call us anytime. We're really enjoy helping people find the right solution to fit their situation, whether it's counting starfish in Martha's Vineyard or elk herds in western Wyoming. So give us a call or send us an email and we'll be happy to respond to you. Now, if people have questions, we'd love to open it up for questions. And I think all you have to do is chat. Questions? Okay, so here's one. All right, we have a question here. I just have to make it big. Is it possible to connect a depth sensor to VMS 333?
Well, it really depends on what type of data the sensor's outputting. If it's outputting the MIA, then we can connect directly to the VMS. We just need to make a custom cable. If it's not outputting the MIA, then we'd have to make a converter for it.
Okay. Other questions? You're welcome, Nick. Don't be shy. We have very knowledgeable people in the room, so they're happy to answer your questions. And if you don't know where it is, on your screen, there's dashboard, attendees, polls, questions, and that's where you type in your question. Okay, we have another one. Is it fair to say that the VMS stamps available GPS data onto any video or sensor data that is present on its inputs.
Now, when you say stamp, are you referring to burning into an image, a video, or is it like a subtitle, or so I mean we're only inserting data into the audio channel, so we're leaving the video intact. It's not embedded into X data. Okay, yes, it's actually embedding it into the EXIF header for a photo.
More questions? Here's another one. Can we have footprint with is-where? Can we have footprint with is-where?
It is possible. We just need the sensor data relating to the 4 coordinates and the digital elevation model for the center of the frame. But yes, it is possible. We just need that information.
Does is-where work with future Google Earth or other software?
As long as your mapping software can accept KML, network link KML, then it'll work with is-where. It also needs to have a refresh rate of once a second. So Esri has a Google Earth. I think it's called ArcGlobe, and is-where does work with that. However, it doesn't refresh every second. I think it's about every minute, but that's not really practical whenever you're trying to review data.
Okay, here's another is-where question. Is is-where the only tool now available to extract still frames from video at select intervals? What is replacing MediaMapper desktop, I presume?
Yeah, is-where is still being developed upon, and we do have a list of requirements. We're slowly going through those, and it will eventually replace MediaMapper desktop.
I'm trying to make the question window bigger so I can read it because it's really small. Okay, here's one. I'll just let you do that and read the question. I joined the webinar late. Does VMS have the capability to perform post-processing synchronization of separately gathered video? Is that it? And data streams.
So the VMS is an in-process tool. It's not used for post-processing at all. Media Geotagger would be the tool for that. It would the only requirement is knowing the time offset. It's explained in the Media Geotagger tutorial on our YouTube account, Hen Systems. It's also on our website as well.
Okay. Can you georeference video collected with an ARIS 3000 sonar imaging system?
Now, I'm not familiar with that piece of equipment. Now, is that So what does that produce exactly? Some file format, video?
Let's come back.
If it produces a video, then VMS will work with it.
Are you looking at an Apple app for MediaMapper Mobile? Not at this time. But we encourage you, if you have an Android of any sort, to go to the Google Play Store. There's a free trial. It doesn't have as many features as the latest version, but you know, we encourage you to try it. Okay, did we answer that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any more on top?
I believe so.
Okay, because I went from the bottom up. We already answered that one. Is there an iOS app? It's, as mentioned, for MediaMapper Mobile, the app is for Android devices only. Okay, we'll take one more question. If you'd like to stay longer, we can answer a few more, but we certainly don't want to cut into your day. Please clarify how the location data is appended to the video if there is no laser associated with the video collection.
Okay, so if you're familiar with the NMEA standard, it's a National Marine Electronics Association. It's just stream data. Now, then it's ASCII, so you can actually read it, and that data can actually be converted into binary stream, and that's being outputted from the VMS to the video recorder and into the video's audio stream. Now that's being sent to the left audio channel, and on the right audio channel would contain any dialogue or commentary that was recorded as well.
Okay, we have a clarification from the person asking about the Eris 3000, which he or she says is an ultra high frequency sonar that produces video images using sound like an ultrasound. I don't think it has an audio input on it.
Okay.
Timecode sync.
If that has a video output, then we can connect that to a recorder, which would have an audio input, a microphone input, and then that would work with the VMS. In fact, yesterday we were recording video from a laptop. What's the name of the FLIR software? Research IR. Yeah, so a laptop had HDMI output, and we just connected that to our recorder, and it would actually record the desktop and georeference that point in time as well.
What replaced MediaMapper desktop, I'm presuming?
So you can still purchase MediaMapper, but ultimately is where it's going to be replacing it.
So we're adding on capabilities,
right,
as we go. This is a Jim Tomisby question. Will Jim Tomisby work with data collected with an older VMS 300 system? What about applying laybacks, offsets?
Yes, it'll still work with the VMS-300 system. I'm not sure what you mean by laybacks or offsets. The only extra step that may be required in making your video work with Geotagged is a transcode process, and we've always had success with that procedure. It's a batch procedure.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Minaj? You don't think so?
No.
Okay. We think we've answered all the questions, but if we have not, please call us or send us an email at info@redhensystems.com. Thank you for joining us. Please let us know if what we presented was helpful and how we can meet your needs in the future. We would really appreciate your feedback. Thank you for joining us.